Y'all. Hi, 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 y'all. Let me show you. Okay, I did my live on X. Y'all can go and check it out. I think I'm gonna do my vitamins, like the readings. Like, yo, this is what Club Spirit is turning to. Like, God gave me the power instead of giving y'all the story through cards. I can pull the people and they can give you the story. I'm just gonna wait until people come in so I can explain myself. I don't have to explain myself twice. I have like maybe 30 minutes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do something special tonight. I'm gonna do, yo, yo. I just wanna do a spiritual bath. Then I wanna get some makeup. I'm gonna get some new makeup and just look better. Yeah, cause I look a hot mess. Okay, so this is how Club Spirit is gonna roll. Instead of me doing the cards and the music, I can do the music and I can embody people. So instead of bringing the story with the card, the person actually is bringing the story. We're gonna put that one on X because that one I think I can be myself more on X than I can on Facebook, than I can really be on here. Okay, so X, y'all need to go on X. X has today X came in, but I was shaky because I don't. Yeah, I had PTSD of what just happened these last 10 days. So I have to let y'all know that I was a little nervous, but they came in. So we had XXX station came back, talked about Drake. Yo, Drake, we killing you over here. You should have left number one alone, Drake. I'm number one for a reason. You should have left me alone because I'm killing you, and I haven't even. I don't have to drop records. So, XXX, Aretha Franklin, and Whitney came out. Whitney, Whitney said what she had to say. Aretha said what she had to say. Y'all need to go and check that out. And that's for the believer. If you truly believe in this, if you don't believe in it, that's on you. You know what I mean? Um, I'm at this point. I'm dividing the threes and dividing the fives. If you don't believe in this, man, stay where you at. Just stay confused. I'm not going to try to make you come my way or make you go God's way. Man, believe what you believe, but you're wrong. But believe what you believe, but you're wrong. And if that's on y'all, okay? So, threes. If you on here to follow me and record more, record it. I'm taking all your energy and you're giving me my power back. So I'm taking your energy, and so this is what it is. Okay, but I'm natural today, but y'all see my face is fattening up, y'all, because there's a story behind this. Even though I want my makeup, I want to go back and look like me again, but I'm starting not to look like my mom. Like, y'all notice I was starting to look like my mom. That was crazy. Anyway, so story time. Y'all ready? So last Wednesday, I did, well, that Tuesday night I did an embodiment, right? The embodiment of XX Station, the embodiment of Jada Youngin and Michael, right? So y'all need to go on my X for all that. I'm not gonna do, unless, I don't know, maybe I could do it here, but that's, I feel like I can be myself on X. Okay, so also X is really messing with my numbers. I know I'm being shadow banned because the things that I'm highlighting, their numbers are going up, but my number look like only 10 people watching. There's more people watching. So I don't know. I said a year ago when I did a reading, I said this group of people are actually taping me and they putting it in group chats because they don't want my number to grow because they don't want to, like, they're really protecting me, right? I said this in my reading. Now, I'm not saying this now. I said this in my reading in Club Spirit. You can pull it up maybe last summer, and when Club Spirit started. I was like, yo, they watching this. They, because it was like that summer, I'll say things and then the record would drop. Even how I was bringing out 357 News, Beyonce came out on part of her tour, and she's like the queen bee, right? And she sits behind the news desk, and like America has a problem. She's giving out the actual news, and I'm like, yo, did she do that before I did, or I didn't get that from her? So they watching, all right. Um, I am Carrie. Anyway, um, let's go into the story time, y'all. Let's go into the story time. So 10 days ago, that Wednesday, I did that Tuesday I did the embodiment. That Wednesday I did an embodiment on Facebook. Now I stopped going on Facebook for a reason. Facebook, y'all can enjoy Charles and Netta, but y'all asses is about to be hung because y'all running behind these people and y'all not paying attention to what's going on. Let me ask you this: did y'all wake up in the morning and you saw the moon and the sun equal? Wait, did you see the moon and the sun was equal during the daylight? Y'all are not paying attention. You know why? Y'all, especially in Facebook, it's like the blind leading the blind. It's low vibrational. They pay people to act stupid. They pay people good money to act stupid. So I left Facebook really alone. But that day I was guided to go and do a Facebook. So that I did my grandmother. My grandmother came in full embodiment that day, and she really told a lot of truth on my mom. A lot. So a lot of truth came out, and immediately when the truth came out, I was supposed to, like, if y'all go into that Facebook, the last Facebook, I don't know, my parents erased it because they had my phone. We're gonna talk about this in a minute. And I I did that Facebook, that live, and I was supposed to leave. Remember, I embodied God. Now I can do embodiment of God. Okay, like He can embody. I can connect and give y'all what y'all need to hear. Okay, which is unheard of. Only I can do that. Right. So no, leave my home. So only I can do that embodiment. So so people on Facebook don't understand what embodiment is. That is not mediumship. That's a whole nother level. You can embody a spirit. A spirit can use you as an open portal and come in and speak their piece. That's a whole nother level. Now I can go to different people's houses, and if you want to get connected to God, I come in and bring it to you, which that is a business. But I promised God when I found out I can do this that I'm not going to charge anybody. It doesn't make sense. That's God. You don't charge for God. So God gave me other avenues, or other, what is called other streams, or other fish that I can go for, right? So it can be music, it can be shit. I've been writing devotionals, books. Like He's setting me up for the win. Devotionals, books, my life story, all this. Like He's setting me up to win. Like this is going to happen so fast, it's going to make your head swim. So, hell, the book of Kirsten gonna be good. So I did the embodiment. People on Facebook, my family members, did not understand. So instead of calling a grown-ass woman, they called my parents. My face, if y'all notice, my face looks a whole lot better. It was sucking in. Let me be honest what happened. when I lost my apartment and I lost because I need for me to keep going is God, I have to bring everything to the light. I cannot live in dark anymore, but I can't be too dark and I cannot be too light. My parents had me in a shed. Y'all saw this. That shed can get up to 100 degrees heat. Okay, even though it had AC, it can get very hot in that shed. Okay, um, and at first they did not put any AC in that shed for like 3 days. So, so family members that really thought maybe she is going crazy. Hell yeah, you'll go crazy if you were stuck in a shed for 3 days. I mean, for 3 weeks. You were stuck in the shed. What they were trying to do was trying to break me. I see what they were trying to do. Like we're gonna make her uncomfortable to make her move, but that's not love. You're not pouring into me. If y'all saw if I was depressed, you're supposed to pour love into me, not break me down. You see, that's two different things. So they put me in the shed. I could not use a car. They had to take me wherever I went, and then they made me believe that you did this shit, so you deserve this shit. And in the beginning, when I first got there, in a couple of days, my kids saw it. And I'm telling you the truth, this is what my kids said. And I'm going to release what happened a couple of times. Now I'm going to release everything. And because we're going to talk about this, people, my family members calling saying she's going to do something in 3 days like I'm about to. No, this is what I'm about to do, what I said I was going to do. I'm going to release everything because y'all sacrificed me to stay in the dark. So for me to stay in the light, I'm going to sacrifice y'all. You see what I'm saying? All the light got to come out. The light got to come in this whole relationship. I'm sorry. Because at the beginning of me staying in that shed, I was crying. And I told my kids to come in there, and Braylon would be like, I blame Braylon, I deserve this. I had the eviction. I had the car repoed. I deserve this. Like, I deserve this. This is what I did. I put sunflower seeds underneath the bed last time, and they had to clean the sunflower seeds up. So I deserve to be in here, right? And I keep breaking rules. They have like I keep breaking the rules. I deserve it. So even Braylon's like, no one deserves this. I was believing I deserved it until what happened these last 10 days. So Wednesday happened, and remember, in this live, God comes and says, in my embodiment, like, we're gonna do a high profile exit of Kirsten. And really, I'm gonna tell you what happened. So I'm following God. I'm still following. I'm still following faith. God said, after you're done with this, after you're done, I'm gonna walk you to the end of the car porch. You're gonna see a black truck come out of the sky. You're gonna get in this black truck, right? So the black truck never comes, right? But I'm gonna tell you what God ended up doing, what God was teaching me. So I'm waiting on this black truck, but this time, usually, when I've been led like that, like something is coming, like somebody, usually I give up and I go back in the house and I'll be like, yo, you played with me again, God. Like, you playing with me. You're gonna get me out of this shit, but you playing with me. Like, quit playing with me. This time I stayed, and he walked me through the sugarcane fields. He walked me through the sugarcane field to a point where he's so deep in the sugarcane field, and he's like, God said, lay down. I lay down in the sugarcane field. And, God pointed this to me yesterday. So he laid me down in the sugarcane field, and I kind of dozed off. What does Psalm 23 say? Lord is the shepherd I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul. So when I woke up from the sugarcane field. God said, you restored. You died again. Like, you restored. So I didn't exit when God said I was exiting, right? I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna give you the black truck coming out of the sky. So I was got to go back in the house. What God did was God gave my parents another chance. Like, okay, we're gonna bring her back. After all that came out, are you gonna fix? Are you gonna fix with your daughter? Like, God gave y'all one more chance. God, I'm like, how many chances God put me right back in the same situation? And I'm like, okay, this gotta be a test for them. So, are you going to accept the light and say we're gonna work on this, or are you gonna deny the light? And what you gonna do? Because what I said was true, man. Whatever the embodiment said, that's not me. And that's why my parents swore to God that they thought that was me talking. Okay? So, I stayed in the RV until I hid in the RV until like 6 p.m. My parents, I'm not supposed to be in the RV either. The parents came in the RV next to the shed. Like, there was a shed and then there's an RV. I was not allowed to go in the RV. They said I'm too messy, so I couldn't go in the RV. So I hid in the RV in the back. My parents came around 6. They opened the RV door. And then I started with the tape. I started taping them while I was on live. Because I knew, they said, man, you need help. You going crazy. I'm like, no, I'm not going crazy. Like, I have more saying than y'all. So I start taping them saying this. I'm like, yo, I'm like, come out the bathroom. I'm like, I'm scared to come out the bathroom because of what happened, what was said. And so the bathroom, so they got on me or whatever. I went back in the shed, and it was like, you leaving? I said, man, I'm leaving regardless. I'm leaving, right? I'm still thinking God is gonna come with this black truck, right? So I'm like, okay, I'm leaving. Don't worry about me. I'm leaving in the morning, first thing in the morning. If not, I'm guided that I'm supposed to take a taxi and go somewhere. This is what I'm guided to say, okay? So that night came, and all of a sudden, I posted what they said. Okay, that night came, and I guess somebody in my family members called and saw what I said, and they saw the whole content, and they called my parents, and my daddy came and knocked on the door, like boom, 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 at the shed. So he was like, give me your phone. Like, he was wrestling with me. Like, yo, when you say like that Doja Cat demons, when you say their demon came out that night, it was their demon. I have never seen this shit before in my life. My dad's like, you're a demon, you're the devil, you're dark, you need God and everything else because you're trying to ruin my life. And I said, how am I ruining your life if I'm showing the truth? This is like, we're seeing two different things. Like, how am I ruining your life by posting what you've done, what you're trying to do? Like, you're really trying to make me look like I'm crazy, and I'm not. Okay? So I'm posting this evidence. So who can I call? Because y'all people keep calling them, and y'all need to understand there's two sides of a story. Come to me and get the backside of the story before you make a call. So they call in. Then it's like, oh my God, she looks bad. Okay, I'm looking bad because I've been stuck in a fucking shed. Then they wouldn't let me go nowhere. Like, I think my mama allowed me to use the car one time. No, twice. So I could not go anywhere. And if I did get Uber, they wanted to know who was giving me the money, how the money was being supplied to. Like, they were being over controlling. If you go into the if you go into what we talked about in the embellishment and the body reading, it's like things I cannot talk to a 3 about, but I can talk to a 5. So things happen in the fifth, and it could have been dangerous. I called my father. Like, God gave my parents so many chances. My father was like, "Are you on something?" I'm like, "No." He was like, um, he was like, "Well, why are you downtown?" I'm like, "I can't tell you why I'm downtown." He was like, "Why not?" And he was like, "Try me. I'm the smartest man. Da da da." And I couldn't tell him. Then I was like, "Yo, I'm with this person. Who is it?" And I just told him the name. He was like, "Yeah, fucking right. Like this is real. Like this is real." So they're like, "She's going cuckoo for cocoa puffs," but I couldn't tell them because they're not believers. So if you're not a believer of the unseen, if you're not a believer of the like you can't hear it, I can't help you. So that night, my dad came and he wrestled me with the phone because actually on my Twitter I'm starting to name people who I'm naming like best rappers. I was about to do number 4, pick number 4, but I did pick number 4 today. The moment I was going to do pick number 4, the moment that he came and bust that door, and he was trying to wrestle me with the phone. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna throw this phone into the pond." And I'm like, "Yo, that's the only thing my kids can keep in touch with me. Like, come on, man." And then my mom came in and she put her hands on me. She roughed me up. Yes, she did. Then she picks me up. She roughs me up. I did not put any hands on her. I just let her do it. Like, I went with Jesus. Like, yo, I could have snapped. Just think about this though. If you've been in a shed, 100-degree heat, I didn't know I was that tired. I was tired on those last couple of days. I didn't really sleep well because I was going through awakening, another spiritual awakening. Actually, to be honest with you, y'all got to go into the story of 7 shocks, 7 or 8 shocks. So I was tired. I told my mom, this is funny. I told my mom that day before. I said, "Mom, I had a seizure. I feel like I had a seizure, and I feel like I stopped breathing, and because I went and had a dream that I saw 2 kids running in grass, and then I came back." And I told my mom that. She was like, I said, "Do I do anything? Do I need to call the hospital?" My mom said, "Are you breathing now? Okay, then you don't need to call the hospital." And meanwhile, she's thinking, okay, she must have drank some liquor, and the liquor must have gave where I'm gonna get the fucking liquor if I'm in the fucking shed, people. Like, y'all gotta really decipher this shit, like real life, real lies, real non-lies. Like, let's just be real. So I was not, and I'm gonna tell what happened though. And this, like, my mama played checkers, but God played chess on your ass. So so after she roast me up, I said, "Man, you put your hands on me." She's like, "No, I didn't." Okay, either grandma right. I blame, I'm gonna be honest with you, mama. I blame the Xanax. I blame your drinking. You're not even supposed to be drinking with the Xanax. You're not supposed to. I don't know. You know, sometimes when we speak things on our children, it comes reversed back to you. I'm rubber, you glue. Whatever you say to me sticks to you. I don't know. Is it the? I told my sister this time. I said, "Yo, something is not right with my, like, something is not right this time," because I came home for a year and this treatment was not the way it was. I don't know what the fuck. The devil comes through people, man, and you leaving yourself wide open with the Xanax, with the alcohol. Like, my mom now has to have a fucking daiquiri every fucking night. Sometimes I think she starts early with the daiquiri. I think, I'm be honest, I don't know. but it's the daiquiri with the Xanax and with the Ozempic. Something ain't right. I don't think all those need to go together. Something ain't right mentally, like chemistry, because I just don't understand how a person can put hands on someone and then say I didn't do it. Like, who does that? So I'm looking around like, I said, okay. And every time when they do that, like I'm gonna release after I'm done. I'm gonna release that I'm saying I'm being gaslit. Like they are really gaslighting me. Like they'll say something. I'm like, I'm like, Mama trying to argue with me all day, and then my mama come back out like, no, I didn't. Even my kids was looking. Even my son was like, and then one time my son came and told me she said something, and my son don't lie. My son don't lie. So I went and I believed him, and my mom said I didn't say that, and my son was like, something, maybe she don't remember. Something ain't right. Something is not right. So she put hands on me, and then they took my phone and my wallet. So when they took my phone and my wallet, I couldn't go nowhere, right? I couldn't get a room. I couldn't do anything, right? They had my wallet. They had my ID. Then they had my phone. So I'm like, they trying to erase what I put out there. And I think they're going to try to erase it, but you can't relate. God's like, you cannot erase this. Like, you can't. I don't care. Like, at this point, I don't care how y'all look because y'all didn't care how I looked. So I guess my mom's like, if we call, I remember her saying this, if we call the police, she's going to say that we roughed her up. So they got my phone, so I can't call 911. What they do? They call 911. Now, then it was like, either you need to go and take a drug test. I'm like, yo, I'm not on drugs. What the fuck are y'all trying to make it look like I'm on drugs? I'm like, I'm not on drugs. I'm not on alcohol. Like, I am 3 years clean. Like, I did take Adderall. Somebody was fucking with my energy that I could not get out of bed. But the moment I got my energy back, I don't want the shit, you know? So, but I'm clean. I'm clean. That's the funny part. Like, I'm so sober that you can ever. Even they said that in the environment. Like, this is the most sober that she's ever been. So, I haven't picked up a drink or nothing. I could have said fuck it, walked 3 or 4 miles to the store. This is because I'm in the middle of nowhere, and the store is like maybe 2.5, 3 mile walk. Okay, so I could have did that. Fuck it. No, I'm still staying strong. So let's go back to that night. My mom and dad calls 911. They call 911, and they call 911, and they said I was suicidal and homicidal. I did not exhibit that in those lives. That's what they said. Cousins that called and said they were worried, you called the wrong motherfucker. Because they went and called and said I was suicidal and homicidal. So, now this is the kicker. I went and got my wallet back, and I'm like, yo, y'all can have the phone. I can get another phone. Like, y'all can have the phone. I saw my wallet. I grabbed my wallet, and I was walking. Like, there's like this seedy motel in this town. It's like a seedy motel. And in this seedy motel, your spirit said I need to hold on, y'all. I don't know why. Somebody okay. Anyway. Yo, if anybody wants to donate, I guess Spirit is telling me to put $ Infinity Way. You'll see my face. Anyway, somebody I don't know wants to know. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway, So I was trying to go to the city motel, and I had some dollars in my pocket. So I was like, okay, I'll just stay there and figure out if I need to go to a shelter, a domestic violence shelter, or something the next day. Because now this has turned into domestic violence. Um, so I was walking away from the house. My dad was coming and trying to get me in his car. I'm like, y'all are going, like, y'all crazy at this point. I'm like, y'all crazy. Like, y'all crazy, y'all crazy. And I'm like, I'm trying to walk away. I'm like, y'all leave me alone. Like, I'm walking away from them. So if you're homicidal, you don't walk away. You walk towards. Your aggressive walks towards you, not you, not you. So they were aggressing. So I was walking away. And then my mama called. She was calling 911 in front of me. And my dad allowed it to happen. Again, God gave my dad so many times to choose. Are you gonna choose between blood, or you not gonna you gonna choose between your blood, or you gonna choose between this? Because this is not for you. Because if that was your wife, she will not divide you from your daughter at all. If that person truly loves you and love their child, they will not sit and put you in a wedge that you have to make a choice in it. So you're gonna sit up there and allow the lie. So that hurt me the most. Like my dad, and I'm gonna release this. When I told my dad 2 weeks ago, I told my dad, I said, you never protected me. I never had a protector. I told my dad this, and he didn't understand. So now, like, that's when I'm, Dad, if you see this, that's what I'm talking about. That's, you are so far gone, you don't know. And that's how I met, and it's not my fault that I met men that really just took all of me out, and you took all my energy out and just beat the shit out of me and stuff like that. But you're a part of it, because they saw I don't have protection. They saw that you were all under my mom's thumb. They saw that they saw that you were willing to sacrifice your daughter for your wife. And you have done it too many times. How many times you sacrificed me? I think 3 times. One time right before I graduated nursing school, you said you have to go. She said either it's me or her. No woman would do that to a child. Do you understand? Like, I had to learn this in the last 10 days. God had to make me go through and say, really, that's not love. I don't give a fuck what you did. I don't give a fuck if you're just dirty and you can't help them clean. I don't give a fuck. That's not love. No mother loves that way. That's not love. That's abuse. So you did this when I was 18. Then you did it when I really had a mental breakdown and I had to start all over. When God broke me down to start this spiritual walk 7 years ago, you said I was hurting your marriage. I turned to you, I said, don't say no more. And then you probably gonna say, I never said that. Yes, you did. I have an impeccable memory. I don't understand why these people think I'm just be making this shit up. Like, I don't understand. No, you did. Third time you gave me up 3, 3, 3. Third time you gave me up was that time when my mama called the coroner. And not the coroner, because the coroner coming, y'all. So when you let my mom lie and said I was homicidal towards y'all, that's a lie. I was walking away. So of course, police come, right? Now police see me walking away. I'm on the highway. My mom's like, she'll tire out. She'll tire. I'm like, fuck no, I'm not. Y'all don't know the endurance. I can do whatever I want. I'm walking into the town. I'm going into that motel. Okay? So the police came. So the police was like, I'm telling the police, like, yo, I'm trying to get away. First the police like, I knew they were lying. The police was like, man, it's hot. Do you want to get in the car? I knew it once I got in that police car, that was a wrap. I knew it. I was like, because family members, and this is what I'm saying, y'all, when y'all call sometimes, family members, when y'all call and y'all saying that you got a 5150 and you need help, some of those calls are meant to be like spite calls. That was a spite call, out of spite, straight dongo out of spite. Like you gonna get me right, you gonna get me right. Like, all right, I'm gonna send you in there, and you when you call now you gonna listen to me. That's what that was about. Again, control. So, um, so the police came out and and they put me in the back. So of the car. So my parents showing like, oh, she has history. Yo, if y'all watching this, ask my mama who's my psychiatrist. Ask my mama who's my primary provider. Ask my mama how often I see the psychiatrist and who is my counselor. When is my appointment for my counseling? Ask her. Because she's not going to be able to tell you. But she's telling them she has paperwork on me. Lying. Straight lying. So it went from this girl has multiple personality disorder. so to everything. And then also family, the ones that really believed me, they said that y'all were laughing at me, but you see how they also use coercion, they also use manipulative things, right? So the police was like telling them like you can't do anything, she's able-bodied, look like she's okay, she was walking away from y'all, so how is she homicidal? And they still trying to pull control because they knew something was coming out in 3 days. Somebody told them something was coming out in 3 days. So they went and they said like she's gonna do something in 3 days. She says she's Black Jesus. Have I ever said I was Black Jesus? I never said that. I said I'm chosen to speak his word. I said there's no Jesus coming. I didn't say I was Black Jesus. I never said that. I said don't even look for Jesus. So they was like, she says she's Black Jesus. Don't this story sound familiar? She says she's Black Jesus. We don't believe that she's Black Jesus. They don't say that. Then they said, look, somebody filmed my Twitter, sent it to her, so they seen me channel. So the police, but I'm telling the police, when they saw that, I said, yo, I'm a content creator. That's how I do my readings. I have a right for my spiritual right. I don't give a damn if you agree or not agree. I don't care if I turn circles and not saying it's God. That's my spiritual belief. That's why I'm telling y'all. A lot of y'all gonna get behind because of this shit. Because y'all so worried about other people and how they're getting their connection. You're not getting yours. Because this has my mom and dad. They've supposed to be connected throughout this whole entire time, and they not even know God is working in front of them. So the police officer, so they said, the police officer said, well, we can take her to the coroner, and they can do what they want to do. So the police officer gets in there, and this is, I think God put me in this because I need to speak on these people's rights, because this is fucked what we doing to people. Now I can see y'all doing that can really fuck a person up on really getting really true help. Because let me tell you how it works. Y'all do not call the police. Do not call anybody if you see anybody go through mental distress. Because I'm going to tell you why not. Don't do it. Because you fucking them up and you putting them in the system. And basically they could get trafficked, or they could be out and you don't even know where the fuck they are. And this is real. So I go to the corner. They take me to the corner in 10, 11 o'clock at night. Which, why would a coroner deem this? A coroner is about death, right? What does a coroner have to do with mental health in Louisiana, right? So my parents go in, they go and tell these fucking lies to this coroner. The coroner never came and saw me. The coroner never talked to me. The coroner didn't even look in my eye. The coroner just deemed me and said, okay, you going to the hospital. Does this make sense? That means a person can put a person in the fucking system just by saying they crazy. Now God put me in this, so I'm gonna speak on it today. So they so the coroner takes me to this hospital. Now my mama is banking that I'm gonna stay in this hospital. So she has friends in this hospital. I used to work at this hospital. So she's banking that I'm gonna stay at this hospital. And so she can get access to the doctor, make sure what my meds are, right? But let me tell you how God played her ass. So they took me to the hospital. Now, throughout the whole process, it was a lie. Y'all, if a person has mental issues, that does not mean that they're dumb or stupid. I'm gonna be real with you. That does not mean they're dumb or stupid. It does not. It does not. It does not. Start telling these people the truth, because I have encountered a whole lot of people in these last 10 days that have been lied to the whole entire time. Don't say, okay, the coroner deems you. This is what they do. They go and check and see what kind of insurance you have. If you on Medicaid, they're gonna ride you. They're gonna make you ride what I call ride the pine. They're gonna take all your Medicaid days and suck it. So you're thinking that like they lied to you and they say, well, okay, if you're okay, a doctor's just gonna let you go. That's not true. That's not true. They lying. Y'all need to start. I really need a lawyer on this, because there's rights. These people, even though you think they're not there, they're there. If you you have to be honest with people. So you already know the doctor's gonna see. I didn't even see the doctor for maybe 1 second. Doctor's like, illusional. Now I didn't even say nothing to this doctor about my, because once I go that way, I'm not gonna tell them I'm psychic and all this. I'm not, because they're not gonna believe that you can do that. So I'm not gonna do it. So your doctor writes it, and then they said, okay, lay here and for 24, and we'll let you out tomorrow. I'm like, cool. So I didn't even know I was that tired. As soon as I got in there, I fell asleep. Then they came to me in the middle of the night. You are severely dehydrated. I would guess so. I was in that shit. Then let's be real, because I know microbiology, I know biology, and I know physiology. So if you go into your sodium and your potassium channels, if you're dehydrated and you have the sodium and potassium channels going in, that means it could make you a little mentally foggy. So you can be delayed because of that too, because you're severely dehydrated. So they were like, we're gonna have to pump fluids in you because you're severely dehydrated. So they were pumping fluids in me that whole night. Like they were waking me up trying to give me fluids and IV everything, right? So they waking me up trying to pump fluids. They were like, you're severely dehydrated. I was in there in that shed. So they come in and they said, okay, the next morning we about to move you to another hospital. What? We're gonna move you to another hospital. Now, this is when my mama lost me in the system, and that was none but God. You remember I told you God said a black truck was gonna come out the sky? That was my black truck. The coroner was my black truck. Coroner drives a black truck, right? So he dropped it from the 7 to the 5 to the 3, right? So that's real. He told me a black truck was gonna give me an exit. So my mama lost me in the system. A lot of y'all do that. Y'all gonna lose your family members. You don't know where they're shipping them. They're shipping them all over to the state. I met people from Shreveport. I met people all the way down to the bottom of the state. I met people all in there, like on Walker. I met a lot of people in there, right? and people were being shipped. New Orleans, all these people were shipped, so they're shipping people all over the state. Another thing, they did my drug test, so they couldn't send me to a rehab because I was negative, totally negative, no alcohol, nothing in my system. So they had to send me to a hospital, but they put me in the system, so my mom could not call at this point and ask where I'm at. Now this is when I get my rights back. I don't want them to know. Now this has become an abusive situation. I need help. Now give me my power back. So those days I was getting my power back. Usually I read something about repetitive cycles. Usually I get to a point and I get scared, and then I call my parents and be like, yo, okay, I'm going to follow your rules by any means necessary. This time, if I have to start with feet on ground, and like I said, look, under a bridge, I will. But I'm not under a bridge. I got help. I'm just talking right now, and I like to be by the river. But I was told, if you want to donate, you can. That was on Infinity Way. Anyway, so come to think about it, even when I ask for donations, people be calling my mama and them be like, yo, she's asking, she's begging online. Like, yo, like, y'all need a life. I don't know who is this. Like, who does this? Like, I don't call your mama and daddy. Like, who does this? I don't call your mom and daddy. I don't call them. I don't even know your mom and daddy number. We're all grown. If I have a problem, I will call you. This is when I know it's not out of love. I will call you because I don't know what the relationship is between whoever. I will call you. So, anyway, moving on. So, I'm in this hospital. I stayed in there for 10 days. It was the best move that God can make me, because let's just be real. I said a lot about Drake. I said a lot about this club, right? Really, I need to make a move real quick because people know where I'm at under this bridge. So I said a lot, y'all. A lot came out. Like I already said, and I'm not lying. I have receipts. A gatekeeper already came out to me, asking me for different things. So I know I'm on their monitor. I'm on their list. Like they know what's going on. I'm saying too much shit. I even said more shit today. Okay, so I'm on their list. I'm on their hot list. Like they want me to shut up. So God put me in there. My mama didn't know where I was. I stayed in there, but I didn't know I was that tired. When I got in there, I slept for 2 days straight. The first 10, I slept for 2. Man, that was the best fucking sleep I had in a long time. Because in the shed, there was no bed. There was a couch, and your feet were hanging off the couch. I didn't have a bed in that shed. But man, that was the best fucking sleep. No mosquitoes was biting me like mosquito. And I couldn't tell my parents about the mosquitoes because they'd be like, look, you're ungrateful. You don't want to be in there? Like, okay, you ungrateful motherfucker, you. So I couldn't tell them all that. Mosquitoes was biting, bugs jumping, frogs. It had mice. It had everything in there, man. Like, but I couldn't say nothing. That's when. So during the whole entire time, it's like God gave me. Man, I stayed close to this that's what kept me sane. Like the New Testament, I kept reading it the whole entire time. I read it all the way through. I think I'm at, I'm in Luke. I'm in Luke now, the book of Luke. I read it all that fast, all the way to the book of Luke. I was reading some things in the Quran. Also, I was reading about Muhammad. I was just reading, and that's what another thing. The people in the hospitals, like, I'm serious. That's how they were looking at me. They're like, "You staying with that Bible, man?" The workers, because when I first got there, I told them what happened, and I was like, yo, y'all, this is a mistake. Like this time, it's a mistake. It's a mistake. And the person that admitted me started watching me, and then she got close to me, and she's like, she used to give me extra shit, like I'm like in jail, like it felt like jail. And she like, yo, you can stay outside a little bit longer as long as you talk to me about spirituality. And I was just talking to her. I said, yo, I'm reading this testament. I'm breaking it down to her. And she said, this is what she said. She said, some people just not gonna get spirituality and they don't want to get it. And she's like, I think that's what's going on with you. And I'm just calm in there. Like last weekend during the full moon, y'all, that place, really, God is waking up so many people, and y'all thinking that's crazy, but it's not. These people need to realize that God is waking them up. So I saw so much shit. People coming in there high. People coming in there with pain. Oh man, I saw so many people going through detox. They detoxing. That shit looked like it was painful. Detoxing from fentanyl, all that shit. But God put me in there so I can see the shit, so I can speak it out, because some people actually had my same problem where they were in the system and they couldn't. And when I went in there, they said 24. I went from 24 hours. Then when the mission, they said, oh, you in here automatically 5 to 7 days. I said, what? You in here automatically 5 to 7. So then the Baton Rouge coroner comes in. She comes and sees you for 2 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna deem you 5 to 7. This is a money game. Money game. And meanwhile, y'all family members are really not respecting these people and not understanding it's a money game. Now, they have probably taxed the state also from moving you from here to Kingdom Come. Then they're taking your Medicaid. If you got Medicaid, they're gonna take your days. Now, if you don't have Medicaid and you out of there in 3 or 4. But if you have Medicaid, you automatically in there for 5 to 7. Some doctors, I had a doctor, God put me with the doctor that didn't even look who I was, didn't know who I was, did not believe what I was saying, and she kept giving me this medication, right? I kept spitting it out. So every day I'm getting my rest, and she's like, oh my God, you look a whole lot better. That medication is working, isn't it? Yeah, sure is. Now they know I didn't take that medication. That's crazy. Why? Why? Because as a star seed, you don't need medication. God built you. God created you. So you do not have to take any medication. We over medicate because we don't want to feel. And what I also felt in there is they do give you medication. A lot of people like, it makes me feel clearer. It makes not a, they call it what is called a mood stabilizer. To get with God and get connected with God, to get healed with God, you have to cry. You have to feel pain. You have to feel moments of tears. Then in a minute, I hear tears of a clown. You have to have tears of a clown. That's how you hit it to get with God. You have to feel. They don't want you to feel. So they're going to give you these medications, and so you can feel like, okay, I don't have to feel sad today, man. No, you got those emotions, you got those feelings for a reason. Come on, man. It's okay to cry for a day. It's like now we even look at a person and let's just say they cry at work. We're like, yo, what's wrong with you? Maybe you need to go and get evaluated. No, motherfucker, she got to feel it. So I was watching it. It was like a lot of things that God had me just watch and write down. How the system works. And then, like I said, my family, I know they probably were scared, like, okay, we lost her. We don't even know where she is, because I didn't call. They couldn't call any hospitals for me. Now, they're still waiting on me to call, but I'm going to a place they don't even know. Like God saying, I'm going to go through another door, and it's like I'm going to be invisible again. You're not going to know where I'm at. So that happened. All that happened in 10 days. I was discharged this morning at 9 o'clock in the morning to a place that I can't say where I'm at. And that really happened. Man, I saw a lot of shit. And man, the rights, just dealing with mental health, the rights of just forcing people on medications. Like this doctor didn't give a fuck. I'm telling her, like, yo, I've been with the best doctors in Houston. They're telling me I can't do it. They told me I can't do it. And she still want to over medicate me like a zombie. I'm like, what the fuck? That's why you got people like that, man. You just don't know that some of these psychiatrists are not meant to be psychiatrists. That's what I'm saying. When you don't go by God and you don't go by your purpose, you're not what you're supposed to be. So some of these people are not supposed to be helping people, mentally ill people. They're judgmental. God put me in front of people, and oh my God, it was just so much. And during this time, to keep me sane, I was reading the New Testament, but this time, usually I'll take this as a defeat. Like, man, I'm defeated. But this time I took it as me winning. I needed that rest. I needed that motivation to get my ass out of here, because I don't belong here. I'm totally out the three. I noticed the other day, I was in my dad's, well, before I went in, I was in the day before, they called the police or whatever. I was in my dad's truck. He was taking me to the dollar store. Yo, they was monitoring what the fuck I was buying at the dollar store. I was in the dollar store with my dad, and I saw a rainbow out the window, and I said, Dad, you see that rainbow? He's like, no, I don't see a rainbow. That means I'm in the five. I'm on heaven on earth, and you on hell on earth. I can see rainbows. You can't. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Listen to the rivers and lakes. So that's story time. I was locked in, like, to be honest with you, yo, I don't even want to go in the building. Like, I don't want to go in a building tonight. I just want to go and take a spiritual bath tonight somewhere. Like, I really need to relax. It's time to relax. It's been a journey. But what I hear is I'm about to do it. God's gonna do another exit, and he's gonna I didn't understand that part. He's gonna drop another black car, and I'm gonna get in, and nobody's not gonna know where I'm going. And when I come back, y'all not gonna even know. I'm not gonna even be looking like this. I'm serious. That's why I was guided. And the whole entire time, I'm still like, God, I'm still following you, even though this is not what I want right now. Like, you got me in here, like, you're not with my children. Like, I could be with my children right now. I'm still telling God, like, God, my teeth are, like, yo, my teeth are. But let me tell you, that's another thing. Now I'm getting my teeth done, because I went and saw a doctor in there, and he gave me a round of antibiotics. So now I'm good. Like, a dentist don't have to give me antibiotics. So I'm ready for that. Like, he put me through all that for a reason. So then let me just give it to y'all like this, because we're going into an hour. Sometimes it's not what you want, is what he feels that's best for you. And he put me in that 10 days really, really for safety reasons. And he tested my family, point blank period. But then also he showed me a lot of things that need to be worked on. A lot of things. Then he gave me time to actually read. He gave me time to actually write. I'm looking at what I'm writing. I'm like, yo, this is a part of a book. I'm like, he had me write my letters to my parents. I'm like, yo, this is the fort. The letters to my parents, the letters to my children, even letters to my sister. And I'm like, yo, this is the fort of the book. And then it went to me starting to write daily inspirationals. It got to a point the people were asking me every morning, man, what's the inspiration for the day? What's the word? Then some people like, yo, you got that from the Bible? Like, no, I'm just got it to write it. Yo, they were like, oh man, people were like, all on, like really on me about that. So, real talk, real talk. Yo, ants came that fucking fast on that shit. That's why I don't like outside. So, I'm going to kick it tonight. Get my mind right tonight. I'm gonna pray tonight. Ask for more guidance. Now, I came by the river because I lost the ancestor in this river. And last summer, I did a lot of intentions in this river. And a lot of those intentions worked. Like, I dropped a bottle I did a Diddy bottle. Now, I did a bottle on Sexy Red at Sakana, but I put that one in the bayou. I didn't put that one in the Mississippi River. I don't know if y'all remember that one. Whoever watched Club Spirit last year, y'all remember I did that one? I did Sexy Red and Sukiana because I'm like, I'm tired of these damn shits. But I put that one in the bayou. I put that one deep in the bayou. But most of the ones that was saying down with the Illuminati, down with the Masons, it went in the river. Right above here is a walkway. I'm gonna show y'all. Right above here is a walkway. Cause I'm about to leave. Nobody's not gonna know where I'm at. I'm about to leave right now. Oh God. And then I'm about to disappear. Yeah. Just chilling by the Mississippi, y'all. Under a bridge. Well, my dad said I'm gonna end up in. Hold up. So, nice day, huh? Y'all. Can't show y'all where I've been. Because that's another thing. I'm gonna change my diet. But I lied about I had to eat something because I was tired of the food that they was giving me up in there, man. You see that incline? I was talking to that kid. That kid was riding on the incline earlier. He rode all the way down here. That's crazy. Anybody knows that's the queen. Shaq has percentage. Shaquille O'Neal has percentage on that. On that riverboat. If y'all actually saw the video, one video, he has the queen necklace on there, Queen Ice. He named that the queen. Well, part of his business partners. Interesting, huh? Well, y'all got it. You can do a good workout on this. Shit, I'm coming back. See, last summer, that was a cool incline. Last summer, I used to drop my intention bottles here. I did one on Diddy. I did one, like I said, on the Masons, on Illuminati. I did one on my baby daddy. I did 2 or 3. I did one on my family to start telling the truth. And I threw it in here. Because I had an ancestor that died in the river. So, you, but you can come here, chill. But I'm about to disappear. Y'all have a good day.